come to get you out of here.
I've got to save my research.
4 years later, a desperate cog put Marcus back on the front lines.
Welcome back to the army, soldier.
Humankind was losing ground every day.
They're flanking!
Only one stronghold remained, the capital city of Jacinto. Then, on a mission into the heart of Locust territory, Phoenix made a shocking discovery. The Locust Horde was actually fighting a two-front war. Exposure to the emulsion energy source had transformed ranks of the Horde into a new threat, the Lambent. These monstrosities had been attacking the Locust for years, and so it became clear. Emergence Day was not an invasion. It was the Locust's attempt to escape an even more deadly foe.
They're desperate. All this time, we never realized that.
Realizing humanity would never be able to defeat both the Locust and the Lambent by conventional means,
I'm sorry.
Phoenix proposed a radical solution.
We need to sink Jacinto before the Locusts leave, not after.
By sacrificing the last remaining human city, oceans would flood the underground caverns of Serra, wiping out the Locust civilization. 2 years later, human, Locust, and Lambent survivors alike battled for resources on the surface.
So much for diplomacy.
Marcus was sent on a new mission after a mysterious message revealed his father was alive and in desperate need of help.
I need your help.
Fighting across the shattered ruins of Serra, Marcus eventually reunited with Adam Phoenix.
Marcus.
Lambency, Adam Phoenix revealed, was caused by the emulsion energy source.
It's not a fuel, Marcus. It's a living organism.
And so Adam Phoenix had developed the ultimate weapon, a countermeasure that would eradicate emulsion and the Lambent threat, and in the process, end the Locust once and for all.
There's too many! Hold them off! Just hold them off!
In a brutal final confrontation, Marcus Phoenix fended off the vicious Locust Queen as his father readied humanity's last chance at survival. The plan succeeded. Father and son triumphant, simultaneously wiping out all emulsion, Lambent, and Locust everywhere on Serra. But this time, there was a terrible price to pay. Adam Phoenix had used emulsion on his own cells to study their devastating effects. And soon, father and son were torn apart for a second and final time. Alone in mourning as the world celebrated the end of the Locust War, Marcus Phoenix saw little hope for the future and nowhere left to go. But after some time, Marcus started a new life with fellow soldier Anya Stroud. Eventually, they had a son, James Dominic Phoenix, better known to his friends and squad mates as JD. As the decades passed, the coalition of ordered governments reformed itself. Human civilization began to rebuild, and the Locust War became a distant memory. Now, 25 years later, JD Phoenix has become a warrior in his own right and has uncovered a new threat, a mysterious race called the Swarm. JD doesn't know what these creatures want or where they came from, but he knows he won't be able to face them alone.
Dad!
Once again, war has come to Serra. Once again, a Phoenix will rise to fight it.
So before we dive into the multiplayer Horde 3.0 and tattoos, we've got a major Gears of War announcement that's going to blow you away. This news has never been revealed.
Seriously, this is going to blow up Twitter. Let's hear it.
All right, in fact, it is so big, we're going to have the Coalition studio head, Rod Ferguson, join us for this one. Hi, Rod.
Hey, how are
Long
you?
time no see.
I know, it was like yesterday.
I know, oddly enough, it was yesterday. So,
Yes.
what's the news?
The news, we've been hitting it around for a while.
Rod, you got to deliver this with passion right into this camera. People
Right
are going
into
to
that
go,
camera?
yeah, people are going to go nuts. People,
You know, if you
take off
oversell
your
it.
shoes because your socks are about to get blown off and I don't want you to wreck your high top. All right, go in there.
We're really excited. I mean, I'm happy to finally, and we have a partnership with Universal Studios, and Gears of War is getting a movie. Yeah, we're really excited
And
about
let
that.
me guess, it's going to be more of a romance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
yeah.
get rid of all the
romance.
violent stuff.
We've already written out the "You had me at hello." It's going to be, you know, we're ready to go with all that. You know,
No, I know you have this movie. We heard about this a little bit before, and I've just wondering. I don't know if you had a chance to maybe cast or think about who you want in casting. I know you're probably thinking about like Channing Tatum and stuff, but I want to throw my
no,
name
you
into the
were
mix.
our first choice.
Really?
So, yeah, no, it's waiting for you.
Because
backstage,
I've mocked
so.
myself
What am
up
I,
into the
Chop
movie.
Liver? I'm sitting right here.
Oh, I'm sorry, you too.
That's
you
cool.
Too.
I don't
Okay.
even want to know lines. I just want to, you know, a little cameo where I pop in. I'm like, hi, and then I go away.
Yeah, well, look, check out how it looked. Just check out how it looked right now. Check it out. That'd be like me.
Oh, nice.
You know, I know you're probably like, you don't have the muscles for it, but I just cut out carb for 2 weeks. I'll get ripped.
Yeah.
Do some steroids. I don't care.
No,
Come on, I'm not in baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody looks ripped when they're underneath the armor.
Look, and if you want me to be the
Jesus
bad guy, I could get into
Oh,
some
yeah, totally.
I could totally. Look, all I'm saying
That's
is,
scarier, by the way.
I know you have a lot of big names out there, but I want to get in this Gears of War thing, all right?
Yeah, okay.
I'm in. I'm
Noted.
ready to go.
Noted.
All right, I kind of look like Dell. No, but seriously, where is this movie going to take place? Is it going to take place in the world that we're creating here in Gears of War 4, or is it going to go back to the beginning?
Well, I mean, the thing about when you do a movie like this, you have to focus on, realize that it's a different medium with a different audience. You know,
Right.
I think if you were to go in and say, like, okay, it's got to be a completely 100% faithful to the game canon or the story of the game, like, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up, like, it's not going to be the best movie. Like, the big thing we're really trying to focus on is making the best Gears movie possible as opposed to the one that's the most closest to the game.
Wait a second. So for the first time ever, you're going to make a video game movie that actually pays homage to the fact that you're making a movie.
First.
Yeah, first, you will be the first video game to ever do a video game movie. I'm excited about this. But I feel like this movie actually could be a kick-ass, like, kind of awesome, like, Predator-esque style. I want to see, like, a 1980s badass Gears of War movie.
You don't have time to bleed? You want one of those?
Yeah, I want that.
Well, we have a great partner with Universal. We have a great partner, Scott Stuber, the producer of Bluegrass Films,
Yeah.
and they really know what they're doing, and that's what we're really excited about. Like, we're really focused on, look, you can't just make a game into a movie. You have to go and say, like, there's a lot of source material now to pull the story out of, but you have to make a movie story for people, and you have to realize that if you just make a movie for gamers, it's not going to be successful as a movie. So you really have to look at, like, how do you make a bigger story?
But
Roughly, how far out are we talking here? Like, when do you roughly see it being released?
Well, I mean, we're still early, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not announcing a director, I'm not announcing a writer, so we're still really, really early in pre-production and sort of working through that stuff. But the fact that we're locked into have a partnership, we know a movie's going to happen. It's just a matter of
let
when
me ask
now.
you one question before we go.
Okay.
One thing that you want to see in a Gears of War movie. We may not happen, but one thing that you want to see when you're making this.
I just want to see. Oh man! Besides myself, you mean?
Me and you, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's get rid of all these Hugh Jackman. I don't need Hugh Jackman playing Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, just I want it to be like this thing where it feels authentic to the Gears
Right.
of War, but I want it to like blow people's minds because it's actually a great movie first, and then it pays homage to the source material second.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Great.
Well, thanks so much for telling us all that, Rob. That was a
Yeah.
great reveal there. All right, guys, let's check in with Major Nelson and Sark for a look at the coolest of the cool when it comes to Gears merch. Boys?
Wait a minute, a Gears movie?
God, I hope Paul gets in there.
All right, the launch of a new Gears means it's time for some new, fresh Gears merch. Now, here on our stage right now, we have some of the must-have. First, I want you to check out. Why don't you hold that up there? So
Here we go.
This is the Gears of War 4 limited edition. Now, this is the console. It looks amazing. We're going to get to that in a second. I want to show this is the Elite controller. Now, this is the very first Elite controller we've done. Hey, look at that. Everyone's holding up the cameras. Look. This is the very first we've done, and it comes with exclusive Gears look and feel. I mean, you can see this along the side here. Now, of course, because it's an Elite controller, it comes. God, I feel like I'm on QVC.
Look at this. I know.
Look at this. It comes with its own. Look at that. You know this is called. You know what this is called?
No. What is
The
this?
color is called Oxblood.
Oh, I was going to say
Oxblood.
holster. It looks like a holster.
Okay,
to
well,
me.
it looks like. Anyway, it comes, of course, with this here. This is an amazing collector edition, and I got to tell you, my understanding is this little box and that controller are going to be very hard to find because it's almost sold out everywhere.
That's the limited edition Elite.
Yeah.
Okay. all
Now,
right.
now it's your turn to talk about this
Oh,
lovely.
Well, this is what I've got my eye on here. This is the limited edition Gears 4 Xbox One S.
Yes.
This thing is smoking hot. You know, literally, I think, because I'm going to steal this thing.
Well, no. Actually, you want to point out here is that if you look over here, the scratch marks here, I know we talked about this earlier this year, those are actually made by laser. So if you do a search, you can actually see Rod posted a video with a laser.
I get it. Hot.
Hot.
I
See,
get it.
hot,
Got
hot.
it. Yeah.
You with me on that
and
one?
I'm going to jack one after the show, and for that, I'm going to need you to look the other way.
Okay, look the other way. All right. All right, now what about those limited edition wireless controllers? Now, they're impossible to get your hands on. Why don't we go ahead and give one away right now?
Yeah?
Do you want to do that?
Man.
All right, we're going to do it for our studio audience because we are a multi-million-dollar company.
Bring in our raffle tech.
We are doing it like the local church. So why don't you pick a number out?
There we go. All right,
I'll let
here
you
we
pick
go.
the number out and read it once, then we'll figure that out. This is exciting TV for those of you at home.
Okay. Raffle ticket 0330103 is the winner.
All right.
That's right.
So go over here and talk to these guys. They'll take care of you. Now, before we go, I want to talk about this guy right here.
Yeah, we got one more.
Why don't you hold that one
gonna
up?
hold this up here.
This is actually really pretty cool. This is the JD Phoenix limited edition. This is beautiful. It's got a metallic blue accent. Now, this also includes the Bluetooth technology that we include on all our recent controllers. Also, it has something. We took some courage there. Do you know what's on the bottom of this? That's a headphone jack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a headphone jack. So we decided to put a headphone jack on there for
See,
gaming.
I like this design. This is understated.
You like the blue?
Yeah, yeah.
We like the blue. So this is just a little bit of the merch that we have available, and it's like I say, if you want to get that controller, that Elite controller, you're going to want to get in on that very, very quickly because those things are selling out. Of course, the console may not be here because Sark may take it.
Taking it.
All right, let's throw it over to Paul and Jessica for some major news.
All right. Let's get into some game details for a second. Multiplayer, I want to talk about it. It's different, it's better, it's special. Tell me about Gears of War 4 multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big overriding things we really wanted to focus on with Gears 4 multiplayer was finding that, recognizing there's more than one audience. You know, that we thought about it as 4 audiences. We have a new player who's never played before, people who just play for fun, we call social, people who care about KD ratios for the competitive, and then we have the actual esports player, which includes casters and viewers. And so we really went in with trying to find the best matchmaking system to match people together so you could have a fun experience, you know?
So basically, for people like me who suck at multiplayer, I won't go in there and get my ass totally kicked by like one of these guys over here in like the Infinity team.
Yeah, because you know, I like to use the basketball analogy. Whether you're a beer league basketball player or you're an NBA professional, the sport is the same: a ball, 2 nets, and a court.
Right.
But what changes is the competitiveness, like who you're playing against. And so, if you're a beer league player and you play in the NBA, you get destroyed. It's not fun, right?
Right.
So this is what we try to do: is that Gears would make it the most fun. We want to match people up, so bronze plays against bronze, silver plays against silver, those sorts of things. So we have a lot of opportunity there for people to get in and play it. And actually, something really, really new that we put in is this idea to play co-op. So now, when you can matchmake in, go onto a human team and play against bots, so you can learn the maps, learn the modes, build up a team, get some framework, build up plays and process and all that stuff. But really, just have fun and learn it playing against bots.
Ryan, let's get you in the conversation here really quick. So tell us then about this new map that you guys are unveiling.
Fallout, our new map. It's actually our last map that we're revealing for Gears of War 4, like for the launch. It's a map that's actually quite special to us. It was the first map that we made that really clicked. It was where we knew we could actually make a Gears of War map, almost our gridlock, our touchstone, right? And so we're really happy to have people play it for the first time. And it's set in a UIR, the Union of Independent Republics, I think.
Yes.
At an old missile silo, a nuclear missile silo. So players are playing it amongst these large sort of control towers and fuel stations and everything in it.
It looks awesome. But then tell me, like, where is the inspiration for this coming from?
Well, I mean, we wanted to make something really epic. So what could be more epic than a giant nuclear silo in a giant crater with a giant rip in the ceiling, right? So
a lot of the times you do, like when you do the map stuff, what we try to do is base a lot of stuff based on what's in the campaign. So what people saw in the 20-minute prologue was the Battle of Astral Point, which was inside of a UIR facility. So we took that inspiration of the UIR and brought that to this map.
And so this is now the final map. All the maps are out there right now that they're going to see right now.
And this was the one that you started with first, right?
Yes.
Based all the additional maps off of?
Yeah, that's correct. We actually wanted this one to really have that kind of triangular shape that Gridlock has, sort of with the narrow side and the wide side with the sniper perch. So on the left-hand side, players can see that sniper perch up there, and there's two opposite towers that really make that powerful triangle that really makes Gears of War gameplay sing.
And it's really cool is that all 10 maps they're symmetrical, which means they're good for competitive play. It doesn't matter what side you spawn in, and all 10 maps can be used in Horde. So any map like Fallout, you can play Horde and Fallout, and it's a lot of fun to do so.
All right, but the question that I think I want to know is, you guys, you've built the maps, you've been playing in the maps. Give me something that will make me better on Friday when I start playing on these maps so I don't get headshots every 2 seconds. Give me something about that map from Fallout. Give me one little thing, a place that I should go, something I should do.
So you're asking
you should grab the new Marks of Mark 1.
I want some tips and tricks.
Yeah, so the Marks of Mark 1 is an awesome weapon. It's right at the bottom of one of those towers. Pick it up, go up to the top, and lay in some long-distance fire to support your team.
So that's what you actually shouldn't do, because now that everybody's watching and knows that, you know that they're all up in the tower. See, guys, it's strategy. That's what this game is all about.
Yeah, we just bait them with false information just so that we can do better. We just tell them one strategy so we can counter it later.
So we're actually going to run down there, and then they're, wait, where's the damn gun? He said it was going to be down here. It's not here anymore. They're such liars.
What's your favorite thing to see on when you're watching people play multiplayer? Like, what makes you go like, yeah, we did it, we're the best? Is there like a moment like that where you kind of feel like...
It's part of it, like what makes Gears special to me anyway, Ryan can answer, is the notion of like Gears is really known for the clutch. When we talk about that 1 versus 3 comeback, you know, those sorts of things. And so we have a new mode called Dodgeball, which is really the sort of what we call clutch fuel, because every time you can turn it around really quickly and you get all this excitement all the time. And so to me, it's having those moments where you get this team and you get people who are super excited, palms are sweaty, they're high-fiving, you can't contain the emotion. When you watch that happen, that's when it feels really good.
I love it. Cool. Well, I'm very excited about this map. I'm excited about multiplayer. And I'm excited to get that gun. All right.
So let's explore the sensitive side of Gears fandom with Major Nelson.
That's right, I'm Mr. Sensitive. We asked fans to tell us their favorite Gears moment, and an overwhelming number of people talked about co-op play. Your partner will pick you up when you're down and cover your back when you're overwhelmed by the enemy. This teamwork has led to real-life friendships and bonds that go beyond the battlefield.
My Gears moment is playing with my best friend, 2v2s.
Meeting my best friend on Gears of War 1.
I actually met a girlfriend on Gears.
I met my group of friends that I still hang out with today from playing Gears of War.
Our relationship built a little better that day.
We had just such a compatibility together while we were playing together with Horde.
That first time I played LAN with my friends.
We actually gathered all of our Xboxes, all of our TVs, and we ran over to a buddy's garage.
I remember stringing up a 100-foot Ethernet cord from my parents' computer into my room and just playing on that all summer long.
Every morning I'd wake up, I'd get online with my friends, and I'd play the same map.
We tried to beat Horde mode and Gears 2, like in one go at it.
Friends were screaming, and we made it to wave 30, and it was like amazing.
It was insane. We were just really stoked to finally beat it.
I can't tell you how many of my friends I met on there because of Xbox Live.
And I will remember that for the rest of my life.
This game has evolved so much, and our friendship has grown.
Now that Gridlock is back, I can definitely see myself going back and playing every day just like I used to with all my best friends.
Okay, here in Gears of War 4, the Lancer is passed on to the next generation. You'll be playing as Marcus's son, J.D. Phoenix, his buddy Dell, and hardened survivor Kate Diaz. Joining us now are the voice actors behind our heroes, Liam McIntyre, Eugene Bird, and Laura Bailey, along with the Coalition Studio head, Rod Ferguson.
Yeah, guys!
This is exciting to have you guys here because you are taking on iconic role, or you're getting into an iconic game, right? Is there a way that when you first auditioned for this, did you think about it any differently? Did you go back and look at the games? Did you try to approach it in a different way, or no?
I mean, no pressure, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's cool to have a world that exists and that people love, that you can be part of,
right?
And experience as a player. And from, like, obviously with JD, I mean, he's the son of a legend, right?
Yeah.
So you have this responsibility to be a new voice, but also connected to the established legendary Marcus. So yeah, that sort of influences your decisions.
Yeah, it's like getting into Star Wars or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, all three of us.
This is what I said in an interview. Right?
We were all fans of the game before we were ever cast on it, so we knew what we were getting into when we started the project.
Well, now, let me talk to you about this. When you go on to like a multiplayer world, do you ever get in there and talk as your character to freak people out? Like, people are like, hey, what the hell?
You know, you sound just like that. Yeah. Nah, yeah.
They don't believe it.
You're Australian when you do yours.
Yeah, I think it would be a bridge too far to be like, yeah, right. Yeah, as I'm just.
We played Horde last night, and they do pick themselves.
No, that is not true.
You didn't have free choice. You didn't have free choice.
I got stuck with Oscar. Nobody was playing with Dell. Nobody.
Baz, you did comment on
any
that.
Of the stations.
You were right to comment on that.
I'm upset.
So, Eugene, let me ask you a question. So, when you're doing this, obviously, people I don't think realize it's a little bit of like, it's a tough thing to do because you have to be like, there's a lot of that. Like, what is one of, like, you know, the harder things about doing a video game voiceover? I mean,
I think one of the hardest things is doing, or, okay, now you're getting electrocuted.
90s video clip.
Okay, now you're dying by fire. Okay, now you're dying by electric fire. What? And people don't even understand. That actually is a really good workout.
Right, yeah.
I
is.
sweat.
Sweating by the end.
Like crazy.
Actor workout.
Voice actor. We should try to package that.
Yeah, just hook up a mic up in your bedroom and just scream a lot into it for like 4 hours.
I heard about an Easter egg that may involve some sort of dying by some sort of fire. I don't know.
Stuff going on.
Oh, wait a second. Wait,
I'm just saying.
A lot of Easter eggs out there.
It's an unsubstantiated rumor.
It is an unsubstantiated. I'm looking at the boss. He's like, maybe it's not there. I'm like, okay, maybe I heard lies.
We have voice Easter eggs.
All right. Well, let's talk to me about Kate Diaz. Like, so this character, what can you tell us about her?
What can I tell you about Kate?
Yeah.
She's amazing. Outside of that, she's an outsider.
Could she kick JD's ass, do you think?
Only his.
Only emotionally.
Just scar him emotionally forever.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's hardened. You know, she grew up on the outside, so she knows what it takes to survive in a different environment than JD and Dell do. And I think she brings that to the game, and she brings that to their quest that they're on.
The butterfly was just subtext. Know that.
It's all foreshadowing.
I think the notion of having that selectable, like Dell character and the Kate character is selectable for the second player, so they can choose whether they want to be Kate or Dell. And I think that it adds a great balance. And
well, let me even see, like, tell the audience right now why they should pick you. Like, let's, I'll give you,
there we go.
I'll let you have a
there we go.
Sit back here.
style thing.
Ladies first, because I'll end this right.
Oh my gosh. You should pick Kate because she's hot and she's got an amazing voice. And,
she's got an amazing voice. There's no reason to pick someone.
It is.
She's a really good sniper. Just that's from my personal.
All right, time. Eugene, you go.
Your response?
It's me. You're hearing my voice. Think you're playing with Andy Diggle from Arrow. I mean, just think a lot of things you want to think. But Dell is actually a really cool character. He's the funny one.
Oh, he's the funny one?
He really is the funny
when
one.
you say funny, do you mean like the funny
No,
one?
like,
oh, like comedy funny.
Funny,
like
weird,
comedy
like
funny.
funny,
Like,
ha-ha.
I think
like
we
you
cut
funny.
those lines, didn't we?
Yeah, we cut all the funny ones. Well, we didn't have that many to work with him, so it was easy to cut. So.
Wow.
It is true. A lot of my lines were created by me.
I thought they were written by Rod, which is why they weren't super funny.
The casting of these roles.
Yeah.
Obviously, are you sitting down listening to like hundreds of different people?
Literally, yeah. Actually, we had. One of the things I work with a casting director, Chris Borders, who's amazing, but he sends me everything. He doesn't filter because he knows I'm really annoying that way. So he sends me, basically for each role, I got over 120 different voices. And so you have to sit there and there's like a 3-minute audition for each one. And so you have to listen to all like 120 for each. Here's 120 Dells, 120 Kates, 120.
What makes them stand out? Like what is it that each one of these people had?
Her name was Laura Bailey.
Validate me, Rod.
Her name was Laura Bailey.
It's pure. Well, part of it, it's obviously it's pure talent. Like you can hear right away. Like sometimes people are an instant no.
Right.
And some people, like I basically created 3 folders: the yes, nos, and maybes. Right.
Got it.
So yeses are awesome. Maybes are maybe if I got used to it. No is like whoa. Right. So you go through that.
Come on, Marcus.
Exactly. But what's great is
Get
that
the tank, everybody.
You can hear them. Like you could hear the quality of their voice and their talent. And
Marcus.
you don't get to direct their auditions, so you have to kind of go like based on what's their natural instinct. And you know, here's a good one. If you want to know a soldier, if you're ever auditioning for a soldier game, don't say ASAP. If you ever audition in a soldier game and you say ASAP, I'm putting maybe you'll get maybe, but most times you're getting no. It's ASAP. It's never ASAP. But what's cool though is that then we brought them in, and we had them audition together. We brought John in, and we could test chemistry, and you could see like instantaneously the three of them were perfect together. So it was awesome that this should be our three.
Now I don't know this much about the programming side of it, but do their voices start to inform the characters, or are you far enough down the line at that point?
No, totally. Like especially you. Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, when you write a character, like when you don't have that voice, like when we did Gears 1, we didn't know who Marcus was, right? But 2 and 3 we did. Here we didn't. And so what you do is you take this, what you think on the written page works, but then you put it through this funnel and through this filter, which is the actors, and they bring it back to you in a way that you go like, oh, I now understand. Like an example I was using earlier, like Laura does this thing whenever Oscar makes some innuendo, she does this ooh, like, and we would never write ooh, like that's a weird thing to write. And the same thing for Eugene. Eugene has an amazing way to say wow, and if we
Let's hear the ooh and the wow. Now we've been. Look, can we hear the ooh and the wow?
I don't even. Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the thing we talked about was like.
Really.
I know, brilliant.
Thank you. We'll be here all day.
It's one of those things where you can't write it. Like if you wrote wow, it's like when someone uses the word whoa on a page, like it's a terrible written word. Yeah. But when you get them acting the way that they bring their own self to it, and one of the things we did differently in Gears 4 is we did more ensemble work. So instead of just being alone and just working off a playback, they actually got to go into a room together, the three of them, and then play off each other.
Which makes a huge difference.
I can imagine now. Are we hoping that this is going to be the second trilogy of this game? Are these characters going to be coming back?
Just a one-off.
Well, not Eugene. We're going to kill him off. But,
there's actually a spoiler ending.
Sorry, everybody. Don't have to wait
all of a sudden, Coltrane comes and goes, woo! And it's over.
Del gets killed in the first scene. You're like, wait, why? We just met him. What happened?
What you don't see there is the butterfly flies over and goes for the neck and takes him out, and he's dead.
Blood,
butterfly. Yeah, it's a horrible death. No, I mean, for us, we're saying that Gears 4 is the beginning of a new saga, right? Now, it sets the foundation, it sets the baseline. And what I'm really excited about is that, you know, Marcus was in his late 40s, and basically the world didn't change around Marcus. Marcus was pretty much static, but the world changed around him. But now we have these characters that are in their 20s. The stories can transform them through with each game.
They can become hardened.
Yeah, and so this is where we
learn to hate the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They come in so lovely. They're playing with butterflies. The next one, they're ripping a head off a butterfly, drinking the blood, throwing it down on the ground.
Don't spoil the next
How did you know about 5?
Cold open.
This is great. Let's check in with Sark and Major Nelson to see what goodies that you guys have, the fans at home, and a chance to get your hands on. So let's check them out.
And it was amazing. Anyway.
That's right. You see that jumble of numbers and letters up in the corner of your screen? That's your ticket into early access. Throughout today's show, we're going to be giving away digital copies of the Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition, which comes with all the DLC, and you can play 4 days early. So type that code in online at xbox.com. You know that one.
Yep.
Where else? Windows Store, the Windows 10 Store, the Xbox Store, and you get the game. That's it.
It's very simple.
Do.
Now, what you won't get, though, Sark, do you know? You won't get
what?
The jacket.
A limited edition crushed velvet Gears of War.
And remember, even if you don't win Gears of War, it's coming to both Xbox One and Windows 10 and crossplay and cross-buy. That means if you buy the game digitally on the Windows Store, you get the Xbox One version as well, and vice versa.
That's the best. With crossplay, you're going to be able to play with your friends no matter what platform they have, and your progress gets saved to the cloud. I love this one.
Yeah.
So no matter where you play, you can pick up right where you left off. So that's the magic to me right there.
It's the power, as they say, of the cloud.
That's right. So get those codes entered, get your fingers warmed up, and we're going to go back check in with Jess and Paul.
All right, Gears Nation is dedicated. They are a passionate group, and they love their Lancers, they love their armor, and they especially love their ink.
Die-hard Gear fans mean business when it comes to tattoos, and they've got some of the most impressive ones around.
I honestly believe that the Gears of War community is one of the most dedicated, diehard gaming communities to ever live. There's just a core of gamers that just love the game with such a deep passion that it cannot be rivaled.
I'm working 11 hours a day. I get home, have dinner, put my daughter to bed, and then when everything's done, everybody's happy. Let's play Gears, man. Let's play Gears, and that's very important to me. My brother was actually the one who showed me Gears of War. We related to the main characters, Dom and Marcus. They had this bond, this brotherhood. They led their group of soldiers to battle. That's kind of the same situation with my brother and I. We came here from Brazil, and it was kind of my family against the world, pretty much. It might sound a little silly, but it's true. It really let us relate in that deeper level.
I found Gears 1 when it first came out, and I absolutely fell in love with the game. It was the first game that really, truly challenged me and gave me the first opportunity to kind of play online multiplayer against other people, which just absolutely blew my mind at the time. I'm Brennan O'Neill, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. I go by Gold Glove. The tattoo I want to get is 2 cog tags that pretty much just represent, that I was a part of the coalition since it began. At least that's how I feel. Gears of War is an incredible game, but it's even better when you're playing it with friends.
We all get together and get along so well and can bounce jokes off of each other constantly, keep things entertaining. A lot of the friends that I have now is because of Gears. I am Giovanni, also known as Active Bunny Fufu. My tattoo is gonna pretty much represent friendship, because when I think of Gears, that's what I think about. So it's my character, and then it's going to be Kate from Gears of War 4 and Anthony Carmine from Gears of War 1.
I'm getting old man Marcus Phoenix. He has so much history, so much experience. You can see in his face, you can see in his expression.
I chose this design because Dom is my favorite character, and the relationship that he has with Marcus has the same relationship that me and my brother have.
This is something that my brother and I have been trying to do for a long time, and to actually do it has been an incredible experience. Since day one, we've been playing together. My brother and I just built that strong bond, just like Dom and Marcus did. And now we have it as a symbol for the rest of our life.
Okay, this room might be full of some serious Gears fans, but no one is as hardcore as a guy sitting next to me. It's one of our very own, Josh Kerwin, who is dedicated to the COG because he's getting a Gears Inc. tattoo right now on our stage from the amazing Steve Soto. Talk to me about this tattoo. First of all, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the co-op Couch of Pain here.
All right, so how long has this been going on so far?
I think maybe we're like an hour and a half, maybe 2 in.
And where are we on the pain level between 1 to 10?
We're somewhere in the 5 zone.
Okay, in the 5.
We're cruising.
Steve, how is he handling it?
He's doing good.
He's doing good?
Yeah, he's doing real good.
All right. Have you taken anything to make the pain go away?
I've taken nothing.
Nothing? That's sad. You got to do something.
I've been offered lots, though.
All right, yeah. You should. Probably like in another 30 minutes, you'll need something. Talk to me about this tattoo. Let's get a close-up of it. It's a really awesome design. And tell me what the significance of it all means.
Well, firstly, for me, Gears of War is really about family. Like, that's kind of the underlying DNA, family, camaraderie, brotherhood. So this tattoo kind of represents both sides of that family angle for me. One is very critical and big, and that's my team that I get to work with at the Coalition, the team at Xbox. Like, this is my symbol of being part of something that's bigger than myself. And then the other flip side of that is that I have a family of gamers at home. 2 of these little cogs represent my 2 daughters. And then the bigger cog is my wife. So this is kind of family on both sides.
I like what you're doing. I like that you're incorporating your wife into your tattoo so she can't get mad at you. All right, let's check in with Jessica and Sark and see how goes the Horde.
Joining us today is an army of Uber Gears fans, and their devotion knows no bounds, especially when it comes to Horde.
Yeah, so right now we're going to try and clear all 50 waves of the new and improved Horde 3.0. So let's see if this ends in either a pile of swarm corpses or a bunch of short-circuited, tear-soaked controllers.
That's my favorite kind.
I'm going with tear-soaked controllers. So awesome. I'm going. I'll see you later.
No!
Nope, Sark out.
Sark, stay
Sark
with
out.
me.
We're walking.
Good.
Oh, there he is. I see right.
Can you find him in that crowd?
Okay, here we go. Rod?
Yes.
How's it going over here?
It's going great. They just finished wave 15, so they're making steady progress.
Wave 15?
Wave 15, 1-5.
Wow. Yeah, that's 35 short of awesome.
Well, no, they just didn't start that long ago, and they're working together as a team. They haven't had any failures yet. They haven't wiped. So, for people who don't know, Horde is really about this sort of defending against this endless wave of monsters. You have 50 waves of monsters to fight against, and as they progress, they get harder and harder and harder. So one of the big things for Horde 3.0 is you set up a defense. You can be any of 5 classes. You can be a soldier, a sniper, a heavy, an engineer, a scout, and you just figure out where on this map you're going to hold up and defend. And so they can build whatever they want to build and put it wherever they want. So it's just a whole new type of game style that I really feel is a huge step forward from Gears 3.
Have you seen anybody just like break it yet? Because there's got to be the opportunity to just shatter this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking for, right? We try to do a lot of stuff to try to see if we can test, like, oh, how far can we push it? But there's so much freedom, how far until it breaks, right?
Exactly.
But, you know, it holds up really, really well. I'm not going to say that people won't find that thing once it's out there and millions of people are playing it, but right now, like, when you want to play as a team, it's great. And so you got 5 people trying to get through on normal, like 1 to 50. They got a lot of power in their fabricator, which is a little disturbing for me. They should have more things built. They need more defenses built.
Okay.
But they're starting to get there. You know, wave 15 means everything just got double health, so everything's a little bit harder to kill now. So it's just going to get harder and harder as they go.
It looks like they've got good comms going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk.
A lot of communication. It's going to be. Oh wow, that didn't sound so good.
Yeah, we have one dead.
These guys need a helping of delicious Horde 3.0 cheese right now. Look at this. Wow, they're going at it.
Yeah, you got one down, and one of the cool things now, and if you go over to the person who died, you can pick up their cog tags, bring it back to the fabricator, and actually bring them back into the action.
Got it.
Yeah, so you don't, just because you die doesn't mean you have to sit out.
Okay, so real quick, letter grade A to F. What do you give them so far?
I'm going to give them a C.
Okay, that's better than I would have given them. So first, I want to remind all you guys that the codes on the screen are single use. So use them wisely, kids. Now, we're going to check in with Major Nelson next for a walk down Gears memory lane.
From 8-bit to high def, it was a video game. If it was a video game, we played it. But that still didn't prepare us for the bloody beauty that was Gears of War. Here was a game that gave us thrills, showed us heart, and taught us what it meant to have a friend have your back. After the release of Gears of War in 2006, everything changed.
Magical.
Epic.
Powerful. Is that right? When Gears of War launched in 2006, the squad-based cover shooter was an instant hit around the world and triumphantly announced that the next generation of gaming was here. Gears of War wowed gamers with over-the-top action and brutal combat. But what really resonated was the emotional journey, and it kept fans coming back for more.
I love Gears of War so much because of what it represents.
It was the right game at the right time.
Kind of changed the way people saw combat. Before, it was all about reaching into the distance with a sniping rifle, and Gears brought it right up to your face and made it personal.
Having the combination of a really strong narrative direction with really strong characters and weapons that are just damn fun to use.
You gotta have guns with chainsaws, come on.
The most gratifying kills would be when you get the headshot, right? And you just hear the...
I want to kill them all. After a decade of domination, the Gears of War series is back with a new game for a new generation, and they're ready to remind the world once again to never fight alone. The stage was set with a trailer that showed why Gears of War was not your average video game. The Mad World commercial was an instant classic and changed our perception of what the medium was capable of.
I actually remember the very first time I saw that trailer, my mouth fell through the floor.
Every single Gears of War trailer has given me goosebumps. The emotion and the color and the depth of that trailer was just really, really moving.
There was something about the combination of these broken men in these broken environments with this broken song that just made sense.
The launch of Gears of War changed everything. It ushered in a new era of gaming and drove sales of the Xbox 360 through the roof.
At the time when it first came out in 2006, it was something that sort of represented the sort of high definition era.
Before Gears, shooters had mainly been first-person shooters. Really what Gears brought was how to do third-person right.
You know, there was a game called Kill Switch before us that was really sort of the first time I felt like I played a game where you would actually approach an environment the way you would in real life. Gears really took it to the next level.
Gears of War is credited for a variety of gameplay innovations. First and foremost, setting the gold standard for third-person cover-based shooters.
It isn't just about sideways movement and forward and backwards. It was about how do you get into cover and out of cover, and Gears perfected it.
It rippled throughout the entire industry.
All of a sudden, like almost every review of every video game after Gears of War had some reference to Gears of War.
With Gears 2, they brought out something called Horde Mode.
Horde Mode in Gears of War is probably one of the first online experience I've ever had where I was forced to play as part of a team.
And Horde really defined the co-op survival genre.
The waves and the way that they were planned out and the way that you could learn them, I think made it really, really addictive. It always presented a challenge that you knew that you could overcome.
In Gears of War, story is king.
Mom!
And the action, well, let's just say it's intense.
There are characters dealing with struggles that we never could have imagined. The entire race was almost extinct. Basically, all of human life was almost wiped out, but people still had fight in them, and that was inspirational on its own.
It's the journey that matters, and that's what makes Gears magical.
I'm not really sure that there's few characters, more iconic than Marcus Phoenix.
That whole idea of Brothers to the End cemented together the idea of Delta Squad.
It brings it down to that, who do you want in a foxhole with you?
I think, with Marcus Phoenix, we always joke around about those iconic things that he says.
If you want to go in guns blazing, I don't blame you.
It's very, very special stuff.
In the pantheon of fandom, the Gears community has its place amongst the elite.
Gears fans take it to a whole other level.
It's a 60-year-old guy who really loves the game, and here's the college student, and here's the military guy.
Passion, almost in what I would think of as the true essence of that word, really comes through when you talk to Gears of War fans.
The Gears of War trilogy is a high watermark in gaming, but history has proved that success is hard to duplicate.
It's really interesting when we came to 4, because we were talking about, where would we go with 4?
Time to introduce the new cog to the old cog.
Rod Ferguson and his team at the Coalition, a group of industry veterans dedicated solely to Gears, are up for the challenge with the release of Gears of War 4.
What if we started with a new cast, but that had ties back to the original cast?
The journey that we've had from Gears of War 1 to Gears of War 4 and now introducing JD and Marcus and that relationship it's just constantly giving fans something to care about.
It's an incredibly important title for Microsoft and for the Xbox franchise, and I feel like nobody forgot that.
With its iconic characters, breathtaking gameplay, heart-wrenching story, and quotable one-liners,
never ends.
The Gears of War series stands apart. For many, picking up a Lancer and heading into battle has become a way of life. It's a saga that raises the pulse and touches the soul. And in a mad world that can sometimes feel overwhelming, always trust in these 3 words: never fight alone.
Wow, how incredible was it to see the whole history of the Gears of War franchise? And here's a little tidbit. If you pre-order Gears 4 now, you get all, yes, all of the games included. 1, 2, 3, and of course 4. You'll never have to leave your house again. Yeah.
Now, if you're not ready to make the full commitment to a Gears Inc., you can still show your love for the COG with a shirt, kind of like the awesome shirt that I'm wearing.
Boom, these are amazing, amazing shirts.
Yeah, this
it's
was
very
really cool.
Iron Maiden-esque inspired, right?
Yes, the heavy metal version. It's a collaboration, I believe, between Neff and Gears. It's going to be coming out in North America, I think. Oh, can you not see it? Oh, sorry, my bad. My hair. It'll be coming out in North America, I think, through Hot Topics on October 11th. Let me double check that because I got my notes. Yeah, there'll be 4 different designs, and then following up the North America launch, they're going to be rolling them out for the UK and such as well.
Now look, I like that shirt.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's
what
great.
What do you mean it's fine?
But
it's
when
awesome.
I want to commemorate Gears of War, I have a shirt here. Check this out. Bam. Yeah, it's rated M. Yeah, here you go. Boom, check it out. This is an official Gears and Run the Jewels shirt that you saw at Bumbershoot. All right, Killer Mike wore this at Bumbershoot. This is the fucking best. Honestly, come on, right? Look at this. I love this shirt, and I love Run the Jewels. I mean, come on. I think right here we're gonna kind of win.
I think we're the best dressed.
I think we really are.
I think we win the best dressed
You
award.
can get this shirt. You can get this right now at runthejewels.net. They got a brand new album coming out, which is gonna be cool. Run the Jewels 3. And why did Run the Jewels decide to partner up with Gears of War? Because they're fucking cool. That's it.
Cool. They're the
end of story. They like working with cool people. So check this out. If you don't want to get the ink, get these.
And and these are going to be a capsule collaboration. So it's kind of once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure and get them as soon as you possibly can.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Now back to you.
Remember to use the hashtag Gears of War 4 if you want to jump in on this conversation. Let us know your favorite Gears moment, what you're looking forward to in the new game, or for me personally, what tattoo you would get on your body to commemorate Gears 4. Personally, let me just share mine. I would get some Baird goggles right here, so I have like an azure perma Mantini. Is Mantini a thing? A man bikini top? I'd get that. Mantini? That's right. I want the big Baird booby goggles. We're looking at some tweets you guys have sent. Now, literally, no one has screened these, so get weird with it. Like, this is a direct connection here. Let's see. Holy shiz, says my buddy Jehovah. Gears of War movie announced. Love you, buddy. Hope the fam's good. What else we got here? This is live. We're doing it live. Let's see. What's this guy say? He's talking about a whole nother game. What's his problem? This is a Gears event, not a let me see. We need tweets. I got so many tweets. It's just people pumping out codes, trying to score free stuff. Here we go. Rockstar. A little love for the Rockstar energy drink. What do we got? Oh, I'm a recent father. Yes, thank you. Is that what? I just found that out right now. I'd like to, I want everyone to think that I'm a cool dad, so instead of lecturing Aurora, her name's Aurora, about politics and, dad stuff, I'm going to pick up a Lancer, and I'm going to teach Atlas and Aurora, both of them, how to dominate in Warzone. We asked fans to tell us their favorite Gears moments, and they told us about family that does just that.
My Gears moment was playing Gears of War 1 with my uncle.
Just being able to play Gears of War with my siblings.
Just playing with my dad every night after he comes back from work.
And right before my brother left for college, he and I would always play it all the time.
We play a lot of Horde together, try to get all the waves down together.
He was really what really got me into gaming, and now gaming is like my whole life.
We got vested in the characters, the story. I couldn't stop playing. That's how I spent most of my time with my dad. And I have to know what happens in Gears 4.
All right, guys, I know you're watching us live, but if you're looking for other places to tune it, we're live on Beam, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, or on your very own Xbox.
That's right. So it's a good thing that cocks don't go to war wearing T-shirts and jeans, because that would be unsafe, and it would make Gears cosplay pretty boring.
Yeah, it would be incredibly boring. Dedicated fans of the series go to great lengths recreating the armor, the weapons, and that battle-ravaged 1,000-yard stare. Want to see mine?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do it to camera. Ready?
All right. I'll do mine.
All right, do yours.
He has a moment to take a break, and he's also taking care of business.
Oh, that is exactly what that looked like. All right, so these cosplayers make Gears come to life.
First step to getting into cosplay is the makeup. Putting on burns and wounds makes it look and feel like I was actually in a battle with a horde or dealing with locusts. You gotta have blood. My name is Delaney Percy. I am 21 years old and I am from Corona, California.
My name is Tim Teal. I'm from San Diego, California, born and raised. First time I played Gears was in 2006 when it first was released on the Xbox. I loved the cover system. Everything about it was revolutionary in the gaming industry, I felt.
I really enjoyed the whole violence and gore factor.
I used to play all the time with my buddies online. It really felt like we were in the Delta Squad.
Playing online with my squad and my friends, it really did push me a little bit more to actually want to sit down and build Gears of War armor.
The thing about the Gears universe that made me want to create a costume was just the character design. The characters were physically huge, strong, a little out of proportion, but that's what was cool about it.
All the detail and all the different effects, it had a different vibe and different look to it.
My whole suit's made out of EVA foam. Start to finish, it took me 64 hours of labor.
Making the cosplay took about 9 months. I would work on it at least 4 or 5 nights out of the week whenever I would get home from class or work. Gears was my very first cosplay that I ever worked on, so I think it turned out really well.
I didn't try anything on until it was all completed, so I was really worried about proportions looking right. Once I put it on and I saw a picture of myself and everything was perfect, it was definitely worth all the time.
I first cosplayed as Anya during my first Comic-Con.
Comic-Con was insane. It was nonstop. I felt like I was a celebrity.
Rod Ferguson and the rest of the Gears crew recognized me and let me go upstage. Meeting everyone and getting pulled up on stage was probably one of the greatest moments I've had at a convention. It was amazing.
The best part about it was probably all the kids coming up and wanting pictures. To me, that was worth all the time I spent on making the costume.
When I dress up like Anya, I feel more empowered than I normally would. She's not wearing some tiny little outfit like a lot of women in other video games do, so I finally had a badass female character to try and portray.
When I put on that costume, I feel really invincible. People look at you totally different. There's just nothing like it.
And joining us now are the 2 dedicated cosplayers from that video.
We got him, Tim Teal, who's dressed up as Marcus, and Delaney Piercy, who's dressed up as Anya.
You guys look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right? So I love the part, obviously, where the kids come up and make you guys feel like heroes because they're just so overwhelmed. But I also love how they're slightly terrified of you as well because they'll give you a high five and then they give this look to the camera like, oh, God, what did I just do?
I know. Well, you guys look like you're right out of the game. But my question is, what inspired you? Like, what made you go, that's my next? Is this your first cosplay? Is this like, or is this a long line of cosplay that you've been doing?
This is my first cosplay that I've built in general. It wasn't just me. My dad was a major part of helping me with it, so it was our first cosplay to build together, so it was great.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
And what about you?
Yeah, this is my first one as well. Me and my wife always dress up for Halloween, and I just wanted to step it up a notch, and Gears has always been my favorite game, so figured why not Marcus Phoenix.
65 hours. You created the best Halloween costume ever.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys look amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us on stage. Now let's throw it over to Major Nelson for some exciting Gear 4 news.
Gears of War 4 isn't just the best Gears game yet, so they tell me. It's also got some pretty big surprises. Rap supergroup Run the Jewels scored the incredible Gears 4 trailer, but it turns out that's not the only one involved they have with the new game. Let's check it out.
Fans lined up outside of Seattle's Bait to celebrate a match made in Sarah as Gears of War and hip-hop heroes Run the Jewels kicked off their collaboration.
This is surreal. I'm here with Run the Jewels. We've been working with them for a while. Killer Mike did some background VO for us on the making of in the Ultimate Edition, and then we just started using their tracks because it's so hot. I mean, we're big fans of Run the Jewels. At the Coalition, and getting that kind of mixed Gears of War and your music together has been awesome. Our multiplayer trailer had it, and our new Horde 3.0 trailer has it with their new song.
One of my favorite things about doing VO is usually you're asked to scale back cursing.
Yeah.
You guys actually encouraged it.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, my 14-year-old's gonna have a ball playing this game.
This team-up isn't limited to soundtracks. Killer Mike and LP will be playable in multiplayer.
We wanted to bring them into the game, so part of it was like a mixture of Run the Jewels meets Gears of War. So we wanted to bring their likenesses, but they haven't seen their characters yet. So I'm going to show you, first of all, I want to show LP what he looks like. He asked for sunglasses, so we kept it down. It's actually got LP on the
My ears look dirty.
You're in a war. Like, you know, personal hygiene is not the most important thing in the war.
Cool.
And then look at you.
This is like power lifter Mike.
Exactly.
We're like girls who got like Photoshop on Instagram right now. Waist small, baby, ass on fleek. I look great. I can't wait to play. Probably gonna get my ass kicked.
Awesome. So we've got LP and Killer Mike debuting in the Gears world November 1st.
Okay, and that's not all, Rod. You don't know this, but I have some big news, okay? Now, just because I can't be in the movie doesn't mean that I can't get into the game. Check me out. I'm going to be a big part in the new Gears download pack. Okay, that's me right in the center. You know, look, I'm not in Run the Jewels, but maybe I hang out with them. Maybe I'm their friend who gets killed.
You need to get them to print those out for you so you can put them really large in your house, like get them framed. Those look amazing.
I'm just going to hang out in the back of every Run the Jewels concert now. But that's amazing. As a fan of Run the Jewels, I'm so excited that you guys have them in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the first time we've ever done sort of broke the fourth wall and have like a celebrity guest in our game.
Are they good?
They're amazing. Yeah, like I got to work with each of them individually. We spent 8 hours, in the studio working on dialogue and getting like all the combat chatter and trying to really bring the Run the Jewels feel to it and stuff. And so,
give me one Run the Jewels-esque line that's coming out of these guys.
Oh, the problem is, like, as I reach for all of them, they're all kind of have curse words in them.
But this is okay. We're rated M. We can say it. There's good curse words here. I said
the delay.
Well, yeah, but you can get away with it.
Oh, okay.
We can't.
All right, sorry.
Well, I mean, one of the things was we really liked is the notion of they have a song, right, where it's close your eyes and count to...
Yeah, right, F.
So that's one of the things we have where if you shoot somebody and they're down and they're crawling and you have to go finish them, yeah, you get the Killer Mike doing
I just gotta say, Rod, this is the most demure I've ever seen you. It's adorable.
It's my Boy Scout days. So, but the notion that you get to hear like Killer Mike tell you to close your eyes and count to F, it's awesome.
We'll all count to F. And and while we're doing that, let's check in with the host that I definitely would want by my side in Horde mode. Sark, what's going on over there?
Paul, we wouldn't face off in Horde mode, man. We would synergize in Horde mode. All right, we're stepping up here. We're going to get a little update. Ryan, tell me how it looks here.
Well, they're actually doing really well. They're on wave 24. They just faced their second boss.
Okay.
Poisons have been added, so now we're up to actually 2 times accuracy for all the enemies, in addition to the 2 times health from the previous 10 waves. They built up a really strong defense on both sides. They've sort of picked the initial cog spawn here as their place to set up their fabricator, their base. So they've got these the laser fences in front of the decoy here, and they've got the sentry turret sort of layered on their defense is really strong. And obviously we're on wave 24 here, so they're facing some of the DBs.
Okay.
And then like later on in waves, they're going to start to see some more of the swarm.
So this is sounding like they're doing light years better than when we were up here just a few minutes ago.
I think, like the first 10, 15, 20 waves even are really about setting the foundation.
Okay.
And now we're starting to see their strategy come to fruition.
So Rod gave him a C. What would you give him right now?
I think I could upgrade that to definitely like a B, B minus.
B minus. Okay. I'm gonna move down this line here.
C, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm gonna pick this guy. How's it going, man?
Loving it.
Having fun?
Loving it.
I'm gonna take you right. There we go. Horde mode, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy shiz.
Yeah. It's
Are you
going nuts. Oh,
distracted? Nope. He's got it, man.
No,
He's got it.
I got it. Got it.
This is the how do you guys feel right now, though? You're on wave 24. Is there a little panic, or are you feeling pretty confident?
It's starting to pick up a bit. Starting to have to make sure I don't be a little bit too reckless and cost everyone, but getting all the power. So.
What was your name?
Justin.
All right. Deadshot's coming up. Are you like, does my hot breath on your neck make this any more challenging? Or is it comforting in a sort of like mother's womb sort of way?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Definitely column B. I'm all for column B.
Oh, nice! Double! I picked the right monitor to check in. Who should we peek at next?
I don't know. I feel like they just look. You obviously it was mostly you. I see. It was mostly your work that got them through this wave.
All professional teams have a coach.
Well, see, who's Horde 1? They need a little hot breath.
There we go. All right, you guys. We're going from this. We're moving to the sublime and the ridiculous. We're going to check in with Major Nelson, see how the Twitterverse. Oh my God, the Twitterverse is going on right now with all this sweet game action. Larry, how's it going?
Well, I can confirm the Twitterverse is going crazy. Okay, guys, remember, the show is even better if you have it on every screen in your house, your hotel room, wherever you are. So tune in on Beam, Twitch, Facebook, on YouTube, on your Xbox console, xbox.com, or xbox.com/Gears4Live. And be sure to use the hashtag Gears of War 4 on social media to share your love for the new game. I wonder if Paul Shear's new characters inspired what I did there. Thanks to the international dateline, Gears of War 4 is to launch with early access in Australia and New Zealand in just a few hours. Everyone that pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition will be the first in the world to play. Head of Xbox, my good friend Phil Spencer, and creative director Checo Shea traveled to the beautiful Bondi Beach down there in Sydney to celebrate the launch of the game with the fans down under.
G'day world, Jabba here at the iconic Bondi Beach for the launch of Gears of War 4. We've got a squad of frothing Xbox fans desperate to be amongst the first in the world to get their hands dirty playing the brand new game. Also, we're going to catch up with the head of Xbox, Mr. Phil Spencer. So let's go get into it. I feel like you're some type of James Bond villain. Phil Spencer, head of Xbox.
Why am I a villain?
Because they're the coolest ones.
Okay.
What have you got in store for the fans for Gears of War 4, Phil?
You know, Gears of War 4, we have Rod Ferguson back at the helm of Gears of War. We're bringing back Horde Mode with Horde Mode 3.0, big Xbox exclusive. Also putting the game on Windows, so Xbox One and Windows running at 4K, 60 frames per second on Windows. Looks amazing on the Xbox console. I think it's going to be a real great return of the Gears of War franchise for gamers. It still has so much of the old charm, but brought to the new generation, and I think it's going to be a special launch.
In Australia for the Coalition, Chuck O'Shea here at beautiful Bondi Beach for Gears of War 4. How does this feel to bring the game down under to launch it?
Oh, it feels amazing. I mean, the fans down here are so passionate about Gears. It's a great opportunity for us to bring it straight to them and give them an opportunity to play it. It's great, the passion for the game, and it's fun to get a chance to talk to the fans and see how passionate they are.
As a creative artist, what does that feel like for you to be, behind a game and a franchise like Gears and meet people around the world that it means so much to?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, it's a huge responsibility, right? Epic has done such an amazing job for 10 years with the Gears franchise, and at the Coalition, our job was to make sure that the fans understood that we cared about Gears as much as they do.
In Australia, anything that you're keen for people to try out in the game?
Yeah, the new weapons are amazing. If you take something like the Buzzkill, which is basically a cover, it's a lot of fun.
A gun that shoots circular saw blades. Gears of War 4, I think you've found a new home here in Australia. Gears of War 4 on the Hammerburst. How's the gameplay?
Absolutely fantastic. I love it.
Are you killing them? Are they killing you? What's going on?
I'm killing them.
Yes. That's what I want to hear. What's the most potent weapon in your arsenal?
Probably the custom Lancer.
You're doing some serious damage with it?
Sure am. To the point where I'm actually constantly losing ammo.
The wind physics in this game are just amazing. Like, I got lightning bolts at the moment, and they're coming out of the scope from somewhere.
How are you rating it so far?
It's pretty impressive, actually. The graphics are pretty good, so I'm quite impressed.
Have you had a chance to play Gears of War 4 yet?
Yes, I had a quick go at it over there, and it's freaking tops.
Did it whip your ass, or did you kick its butt?
No, I pretty much got kicked.
Well, there you have it. Gears of War 4 launched here in Bondi Beach, Australia, down under style with help from Phil and Chuck. I'm going to go join the party while you check out the game.
All right, this room is full of dedicated Gears fans, but one member of our team, Josh Kerwin, is showing them all up by getting a Gears tattoo live on our stage.
Hello again.
Josh, how are you holding up?
Thank you for letting me rub the tears off before you came back to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and the sweat, we powdered you down a little bit.
I got some powder.
No, but seriously, how are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah, because 4 hours is not easy to take.
I
mean, I managed to put out like 8 hours on a back tattoo, but I mean, for a first timer, it's pretty good.
Thank you. I feel good. That's all.
Okay. And How do you think he's doing? Is he holding up
Yeah, he's doing good.
as a beginner?
He hasn't cried yet.
That's very
Still got
sweet of
time,
you.
though.
All right, guys, right now, thank you, by the way.
Thank you.
Should I shake you a little bit?
You can shake me, but not him.
Okay, all right. I won't shake you. All right, guys, now it's time to take a look at my Gears. What was it called again? My Gears moment, guys. Enjoy it.
My Gears moment is definitely booting up. I just stayed up all night, just played it all out with my friends.
I don't think we slept at all.
I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Mwah. You don't want to miss this one.
Plenty of show left. That's all right, you can give it up. We've got plenty of show left, including, of course, an online mayhem. The team at the Coalition will break down the first 10 multiplayer maps, and YouTuber Chilled Chaos will debrief you on all the new enemies as well as the new weapons.
Hey, I'm Paul Scheer, and I came here for free stuff, okay? And they somehow talked me into hosting this thing, and I'm not even sure I'm getting paid, okay? So what's the deal?
They're paying me. Yeah, I got like a trunk full of snacks out back.
Oh, ooh, fancy.
They gave me a bottle of water.
Coming up, though, we're going to get a taste of the Gears 4 score from composer Ramin Djawadi, who also does the music for Game of Thrones, so it could get a little murdery.
I like murdery. Plus, we've got more giveaways. Keep watching the corner of the screen for codes. And remember, there's only one winner with these codes, so if you miss out once, make sure and keep trying.
But you know what? We'll all be winners thanks to our amazing post-show when the Optic Gaming and Infinity teams from MLG will square off in a live 5-on-5 multiplayer match. Get your bets out, because we're going to get some serious hardcore betting on these guys.
So you are getting paid then. All right, the Gears of War series, it's a lot of things. Top-tier video game. It's a chainsaw sim, a relationship builder.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how much I hate you. If you go down at Wave 49 in Horde, I'll revive you. I will not stop hating you, though. But that's teamwork, dude. That's just pure teamwork. You know what teamwork turns into, right? Love.
Oh, it does?
Love.
Very true.
That's how I got suckered into
That's why I
marriage.
want the Gears movie to be a straight-up rom-com. All right? Phoenix meets a girl. They fall in love. It's time travel. We'll do a bunch of stuff.
All right, so Gears is also art. Brutal, intense, muscular art. This past weekend, Gears had its very own art show with artist Tony Moore of The Walking Dead and a whole lot more.
We're here at the Nicholas Art Gallery in Los Angeles, and we're here to celebrate the art of Gears of War 4. Everybody looking forward to Gears of War 4?
We've got some famous artists that have created things in the Gears of War universe.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jesse Hernandez, the Urban Aztec, here with my man Hydro74. We got the limited edition cans that we did with Gears of War times Rockstar.
We've been working obviously with Tony Moore, which has been an amazing experience.
I think events like this are super exciting. We're showing a lot of concept work here today. We're also showing screenshots from the game.
We have the most passionate fans of any video game. Because Gears of War is built around co-op, it's really built around the idea of a shared experience. And that shared experience just continues to bring people together.
Right behind me, you see we have an artist series where people have created their own custom armor and the Lancers. People are voting on them, and whatever wins is going to actually become DLC in the game.
You're here to celebrate the art because the art is bigger than just the game.
We've got some of the art from the Gallery Nucleus show right here on our stage. Right behind me, this was my favorite one. I liked it because it looks like Tron.
I was going to say, it's a very Tron vibe.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's get some light cycles up in this Gears of War. All right, how great would that be? Just go on that.
So this is actually by artist Lindsay Elsie. I think it looks really super cool. I like what she did with the Lancer as well. She squeaked by as my first, though, because the other one I really liked, which I don't know if we have close by around here, so you can't see it, but it's got like a skeleton on it, like a deer skeleton.
Yeah.
And then it's all black, like a nice matte black, and then the gun ends up looking like some kind of weird
Oh, that's really. I
machine.
like that. I went for something a little bit better. I think it was more of a bedazzled armor. Kind of felt a little bit like 80s, like Rainbow Bright. And I thought, there's so much death and killing. Let's just make it nice.
That makes me happy, brings me joy, makes me look fancy. All right, well, let's go join the guys over here. Hey, fellas.
Whoa, merch table.
Today's special value. Now we've seen Gears hardware and Gears apparel, but now it's time for the swaggiest of Gears swag. You know what that means, right?
That's right. We've got some exclusive Gears 4 collectibles. That are that's right.
So give them to your small children. No small parts.
I don't know. These are kind of pointy.
Just when you thought they couldn't get stockier, they go and do it. I like it.
These guys are cute. This is all nice stuff.
I want to see how Phoenix keeps up that amazing
bike.
Let's take a look here. We've got these beautiful. This is the Del Walker. I mean, look at this little guy. Little pop figurines here. We've got Kate. Kate, where are you, babe? Where are you? We should bring them in here and see what they look like.
Actually,
is Liam here?
I'm impressed with the way that Marcus is held up.
We got to get over here. Now look at you can see them right in front here, and of course this is just extraordinary.
Yeah, we were just trying to take it apart and play.
No. Don't take it apart.
But it moves.
Don't take it apart. Now you
I
see
play with the toys. I open it.
The thing is, folks, there are only a limited amount of these, so call now. Write out your number at the bottom of the screen. Oh, sorry, there's no number? We're not on QVC? I'm so sorry about that.
We got some really good stuff here. So really, seriously, whenever a game like Gears of War comes out, which is a massive AAA title, you are going to have some amazing merchandise, and this is no different. I mean, you can see some of this stuff here. You can buy it online at your favorite places.
Put this underneath your Christmas tree, and these characters will fucking destroy your Christmas tree. They'll blow it to pieces. They'll destroy it with their chainsaws.
All right, we're going to go to Weapons and Enemies. Take a look at this piece right now.
Hey, Internet, my name is Chilled Chaos, and I'm going to show you how to play Gears of War 4.
Oh, what the? What? No, go away!
Okay, so clearly I'm not the best shower. So in the wise words of my father, those who can't do, teach, and those who can't teach, make YouTube videos. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you about the enemies and the weapons of this game, so you don't suck like I do. So the first enemies we are going to encounter are called DBs. And they carry the Enforcer. It's essentially a smaller Marcus gun without a chainsaw. So essentially an SMG WOC for short. Some of the more advanced robots carry sniper rifles called M-bars. Stands for Electromagnetic Badass Rifle. Please, God, I hope it does. We also have the robot that ruined my claim to fame earlier when I said I was going to be amazing. Yeah, that's the big DB. Although when you kill him, you get the overkill shotgun. It will, and I promise you, remember, I make YouTube videos, it will get you out of any crappy situation you find yourself in. It just mows down the competition, as long as they're within a radius of 0 to half a yard. And lastly, we have the one shield, one-eyed flying DB People Eater, which comes equipped with a lovely rocket launcher or machine gun. And after killing either of those, you can loot the gun and use it to your heart's content, or, well, until the ammo runs out. But let's move away from the robots and instead onto the Swarm, essentially the new Locust Horde. There's a couple of types that we're going to have to get acquainted to. The Juvie, who's essentially the kid that thinks he's cool and a badass, but really isn't. Like, he's in juvenile detention for petty theft, not even for anything exciting. Next, we have the drones, which make up the bulk of the Swarm army. These guys come in all shapes and sizes, and they can kind of wield all types of weapons. So snipers, torque bows, lancers, hammer bursts, essentially anything you can wield. Think of them as your uglier half. We also have the Pouncer. This man-sized cat will throw spikes at you. And as the name suggests, he will also pounce. And when you do kill him, he makes a huge mess, so that's the only redeeming quality. Lastly for now are the Scions. They carry boom shots and buzz kills. Now, we've seen the boom shot in previous games, but we haven't seen the buzz kill. You shoot out literally saw blades at your enemy, killing them in half. One shot, one kill. The gun is nothing but a treat. Well, Internet, that about wraps it up for me. There are more enemies and weapons in the game, but I think I've droned on enough. Get it? Droned on? Because, you get it. I mean, I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If you want to see the longer version of this video, as well as more content by the great Chilled Chaos, feel free to check out youtube.com/thechilledchaos. We got funny stuff going on there. Thanks for watching.
Sorry, guys. We're in the middle of an intense match here. Oh, shoot! Okay, anyway, when I'm not playing Gears of War 4, you guys might know me as iJustine, so they can pry me away from this match and away from this controller. I'm planning on hosting the post-show, which is coming up in a few minutes. We've got casters Fallout and Blaze here to call a match for some serious Gears bragging rights as teams from MLG, Kastoegaming, and Infinity face off for all the marbles. If you guys want to see how the pro players handle Gears 4, you're not going to want to miss this. I'm going to get back to my game.
You guys remember to keep watching the corner of the screen for more codes to appear. If you've got speedy fingers, enter them on Xbox.com, Xbox Live, or the Windows 10 store. You'll get a digital copy of the Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition.
Now, here's the cool part. One code gets you both the Xbox and Windows 10 versions of the game, because we live in the future. A glorious cross-buy, cross-play future. That
2 games, 1 code.
That's right.
That's what we could call that deal.
And not only that, 2 games, 1 save.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you've got beautiful cross-save. That means you can play the game on your PC, then play it on your Xbox with your progress intact.
Now, the Ultimate Edition also comes with the Zombie Dom skin. Zombie Dom, by the way, is my new favorite 2 words to say together. We've got Tomorrow Anya. We've got extra packs full of the boosters and skins, but most importantly, 4 days early access. You can start playing on Friday, October 7th.
Friday.
That's 2 days from now, people.
Yeah, don't worry about it. If you don't win, you can still pre-order a copy of the Ultimate Edition or the standard one to get those multiplayer skins. So get on it.
That's nowhere near as cool.
No.
That scenario.
Right. So anyway, and of course, if you get digital, you get the Xbox and Windows 10 version of the game. So let's throw it over to Jess and a young man making some interesting life choices.
All right, so some people like to dress up in COG armor to show their love for the Gears franchise. Others wear cool t-shirts and dog tags. I mean, cool t-shirts like what I'm currently wearing. And some go the extra mile and get Gears Inc. The extra special super insane ones get their tattoos done live on our show. So I guess you're extra special super insane.
I'm extra insane.
All right, so we were just here, but how far along have we come with this?
I don't know. It's maybe we're 2/3 done, maybe half.
Yeah, you're about halfway through? Oh, more than halfway through?
And it's looking amazing. So
are you surprised by how this went down? I mean, what were you expecting? Because you were kind of nervous before we even got started.
well, there's a lot of pressure to sit here on a couch while everybody else runs around and works. So, yeah.
Oh, really? So you have like the best, worst break ever.
I have the best, this is the best gig in the house, absolutely.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for talking to us. Okay, so we've seen a lot of cool stuff so far today, but now it's time for something that will really blow your mind. You know what? I'm not going to actually tell you about it. I'm just going to show you. Picture a high-scoring Gears of War gamer. Is it a guy? A girl? What about age? Got a clear picture? Good. Now, meet Pam Castile.
Showtime. I'm Pam Castile. I'm 64 years old. I'm one of the top female players in Gears of War 3 on Insane Horde. I have children with disabilities. It's a balancing act, by day being a mom, making sure the lunches are packed, and then turning into gamer mom at night. I'm always really excited at the end of the day. I can't wait to get the controller in my hand, get together with my friends, and start a game of Horde. I had originally bought an Xbox for my children. In the early days, it was really hard to break into a game because insane players don't want noobs. I've really got to hand it to my friends. They stuck through it with me and kept teaching me. The first time I ever made it to wave 50 on a map, it was the best feeling in the world. Over the years, I've met so many people in this game. You get to talk about a lot of things and learn about each other. We're all ramped up for it, Gears 4. We are ready to go get some 50s on that.
All right, joining us now live on set is the ultimate Gears fan. Please welcome Pam Castile.
Pam, you're awesome. You're my goals, man.
I
That's
want
fantastic.
my mom to be as cool as you.
Right? My mom always told me, go outside, go outside.
I think my mom couldn't even do the first 10 levels of Tetris. So you are amazing. What is it about this game that got you hooked?
I don't know. There's so many things about the game that got me hooked. It was the first time I was on Xbox Live, and I met so many amazing people that were in the game. I think it's the players, the game, everything about Horde is amazing. I love it.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what made you decide to write the letter to Rod?
I had a friend who's sick. It just prompted me to think about Horde and how We've been kind of really understated in the community for many, many years. We've been on the back burner for way too long. It's a really difficult game, and it takes a lot of skill and talent and thousands of hours of work to become an insane horde player, and you pay your dues. And so we've never had any notoriety for it or been in competitions, and we just kind of wanted to see Horde brought to the forefront a little bit more.
That's fantastic.
I love it. Now, it's Gears of War 4 Day, so my question to you is, what are you looking forward to in this game? What do you want?
Oh, Horde.
Yeah, that's it.
Insane Horde, all the way.
I love it.
Yeah. So what do you want to see, well, besides Horde, what is the other things that you want to try and attempt in Gears of War 4?
Well, of course, the campaign. I can't wait to see the story and where it's going to take us. Can't wait to see how it's going to lead into the next Gears of War game. I'm excited about all of it.
Yeah.
Now, they announced today the movie is coming out. Who would you like to see as and one of the roles in this film? Like, who would you like to see, like, as Marcus? If you could cast anybody in the world as Marcus.
Oh, wow. You have to hit me with these tough questions.
I know, I was going to say, I actually just said, I'm like, oh, that's a good question.
I know, that's really a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that.
Really? There's no one that, like, or any character at all? Do you ever picture, like, oh, that would be a good, like, actor or actress in there? No?
No.
All right,
don't quite get off the stage just yet, because we do have a little surprise. Rod, would you like to join us?
What the heck?
What's gonna be?
I want to thank Pam, who left her family in Florida. Hopefully there's no hurricane hitting it yet.
There is.
It is.
Tomorrow, but to fly home.
Right. But I want to say thank you for everything you do for the community. I'm going to give you an Xbox One S custom console. So I wanted to give that to you.
Here, I'll hold this for you.
Thank you.
So.
Mace. Oh yeah, totally. Of course. Here, I'll hold your. Do you want? I don't want to accidentally take the phone.
I know. You're welcome.
Awesome.
So now you can do the Insane Horde on the custom console with your kids and everything else. And I'm trying to join your club. I'll be in your club.
My kids.
Pam, how do we find Pam? Rod.
No, okay. This one's yours, just for you alone.
Pam, how do we find you on Friday? What's your name that you go under that we can kind of find you? Can we find you out there?
In the gamer tag?
Your gamer tag.
Game Nymph.
Game Nymph. All right, let's all go play Pam.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Larry.
You know,
they
We're bringing 9 new multiplayer maps to Gears of War 4, and 1 classic map has been in almost every game, Gridlock. So for a total of 10 maps that we're bringing out. We have decided to bring Gridlock back. It's been redressed, so it looks very different than Gears of War Past. We wanted to show the evolution of it, and is now 25 years later. Reclaimed is like this oasis almost. It's an old farm that's been run down. It kind of has a tiered feeling to it, so like there's a higher, middle, and a lower area.
There's a lot of advantages for teams actually going up to that top area, aiming down and looking down onto other enemies from there.
At the bottom of the map, there's a sniper rifle. So if you're on the opposing side, you just go and grab that sniper rifle to try and combat that high point. Impact is just a stunning map. It's this concept of a city that's been destroyed and this airplane that's come in and just crashed into this side of a building and it's burned through there, and so you're fighting in around the wreckage of this airplane.
If you're a fan of close quarters combat, Impact is the map for you. Forge is set in this abandoned steelworks. It's got an old giant kiln that players can activate it. It shoots out this big fiery ball of death so that if there's anybody underneath it,
it just roasts anything that's in there. It's glorious.
It's always fun watching people turn it on, trying to hit other enemies, but it can also backfire on the player itself. You can end up incinerating your own teammates if they're not careful.
Lift is really unique, actually. So you're on this lift, obviously, and it's going down this huge tunnel. It's almost like you're taking a lift down to hell. And the cool thing about it is that it actually changes gameplay.
Once the lift actually hits the ground level, power weapons actually become exposed, and a whole new area of the map actually appears for players.
Harbor was one of our beta maps. It was something that we put out there early on and we took back and we've refined since then. And the dock that's attached to it has power weapons on it. And it's very vulnerable out there. It's key to controlling the map is to going out onto the dock to pick up the power weapons, but it's a huge risk-reward scenario.
Foundation is, I would say, one of our most balanced versus map, especially escalation.
It's set inside a new cog settlement. So cog settlements are built by, these robots in concentric circles from the center out.
There's 3 pathways from each spawn location. One actually takes you right down the middle, kind of in the pit of the map, and then one underground, which has power weapon locations. And then on the other side, there's a top-down location. There's different ways of being able to kind of approach the map, so we know that there's going to be a lot of esports players jumping in and competing on Foundation.
Relic is set in an old tomb. It's something that's very grand. It's got big ceilings, but it also has a very open sightlines down the length of the map, so you know instantly what your opponent is going to be doing.
You can get into the fight really easily, but we actually found that it's also one of the better horde maps. So there are some really strong defense locations in that map. It's one of our favorites for playing horde.
Fallout is set in this old UIR abandoned nuclear missile silo. It's underground, it's set deep in a cavern. You can barely see the moon through the crack in the roof. And this is exploring a time period in Gears that we haven't seen so much, which is the pendulum wars between the COG and the UIR. It has very different graphical styling.
It's dark in there, and it has cut down the middle, so you end up fighting over these sides of the map a lot. Try and grab power weapons, get over to the other side, flush the enemy from there. So it has a real sort of this side against the other side feeling to it.
Stam is a dam. The center of it is this crumbling waterworks. It's really a map that we built around Team Deathmatch, so it's a fantastic Team Deathmatch map.
Players will end up kind of spawning from each side. There's a giant line in the middle of different power weapons that players can actually grab. It's great because you see both teams coming from each side and scatter, and you'll find almost fights happening in every single location.
9 new maps and Gridlock, but our plan is to keep supporting this game going forward. We are releasing 2 new maps every month for a full year. We launched with 10, but a year from now, we'll have 34 maps out there.
All right, we're just about done here, but first we have to say thank you to all of these hardcore Gears fans that came out here today to celebrate one of gaming's most beloved franchises.
And we can't forget the man who got a Gears tattoo over there. Maniac.
Crazy.
But while the show is ending, we're not saying goodbye. Not a chance. We've still got the post show. If you love multiplayer, we'll have 2 of MLG's best teams squaring off in escalation.
Remember, Gears of War 4 Early Access starts this Friday if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, and the Standard Edition launches 4 days later on October 11th. If you want Zombie Dom...
I love it. Say it again.
Zombie Dom!
Zombie Dom!
Zombie Dom!
The only way you can get him in your life is to pre-order now.
But before we send it over to our post show, check out this trailer of what's to come in Gears 4. It's gonna make the wait just a little bit harder. So thank you all for watching. That's us. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
25 years after our world was ripped apart from the inside, we had peace. But then, those we loved were taken.
Mom!
And everything changed. A storm is coming, and my son is walking right into it.
You kept our armor. If we don't stop these things, everyone within 1,000 miles dies.
Get the Ultimate Edition and play 4 days early.